Guys, I know what it's like when you wake up in the morning, check your phone, and you realize you've been stopped out for 1%. You go log onto your laptop and you check the screen, hoping it's in profit, and it's inevitably stops you out. And I know how difficult that can be, and at times you can lose motivation if that happens a lot. You're having a bad week or a bad month. I actually just literally got stopped out last night. In this video, I want to show you and talk to you about how losing isn't always bad and how to keep motivated during losing times. Some of the best traders are good losers. You have to accept that losing is part of trading. So it can be frustrating, but the first thing you have to identify is, was it a good trade or a bad trade? Now, the way you identify if it was a good trade or a bad trade isn't about profit or loss. It isn't about, did I make money today or lose money today? A good trade, and this is so important, guys, remember this, a good trade is a trade that was part of your trading plan despite the outcome. So if I took a trade that I knew was exactly part of my trading plan, it ticked every box. The daily bias was correct. I had a good daily bias that was part of my plan. The lower time frames and my entry was perfect. It was an A+ setup, but it lost. I'm not writing that down as a bad trade because it lost me money that day. No, I write that as a good trade because I know, and this is important, I know that if I continue to take that setup, based on my history and my backtested data and the data with my strategy, this only works if you have a profitable strategy, backtesting, but you get that through backtesting and making sure that you have good data. But you write that down as a good trade because you know if you keep executing that trade over and over and over again, you have an edge. Just a quick one, if you do like this content and you want to help me get out this message out to more people, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I've recently also set up the memberships on this channel. A lot of people have been asking about it. So make sure you click the link in the description and it will take you to that. And if you want to help support my journey, my process of creating better content, then go check that out and support me there. I'd 100% appreciate it. But yeah, let's get back to the video. Bad trade isn't always a loser because a winning trade can be a bad trade. Because if I take a trade and I wake up to a winner, this is dangerous because I wake up, I'm in profit. I feel good because I'm up on my account. I feel like I did everything right. I won today. I'm feeling like the man. I've got the ego that, oh, I'm so good at trading. I know what I'm doing. You feel there's nothing to improve. But actually, that was luck. You just got lucky. If you then execute that another 10 times, you could have 5-6 losses in a row. So it's so important to identify, was it a good trade or a bad trade? And the way you identify that is, was it part of my trading plan? That helps when you wake up because we're only human. You know, some of the hardest parts about trading, and the reason why I believe trading is one of the hardest business to master is because not only what are the two things that human beings hate? We hate being wrong and we hate losing money. And in trading, that happens every day when that happens every day when you trade, or every week or every month. You're going to take losses, you're going to take losing, you're going to have losing periods. And that's part of the game, and you have to learn to be a good loser because I know exactly what it's like. I'm a very competitive guy. So when I first started trading, I wanted to win. I wanted to have a high strike rate because I thought if I win frequently, out of 10 trades, if I win 8 and I only lose 2, that means I'm a good trader. Now, obviously, everyone has a different system, but what I've found is you don't have to be right to be successful. If you have good risk reward, you can have a 40-50% win rate. But if you win 3-4 times what you lose on the winning trades, you can be right 40% of the time and make fantastic returns. You have to be numb to it. And the more you trade, and the more years you do it, or the more months you trade, the more you get used to that feeling of losing because it's not in our nature. We're brought up in school to pass exams, and the way we pass exams is by getting things correct. You can't control the outcome. You can only control the process of executing a plan, and you have to become the edge alongside your strategy by executing your plan profitably. That's why there's such a discrepancy in results, because there's so many. I was in a community and there was hundreds of traders, and we all traded the same information. We all theoretically knew the same information, but there was such a discrepancy in results because some people in that community hadn't worked on themselves enough. They were just reliant on the technical information, which is all good. You do have to learn that, don't get me wrong. But they weren't aware of their psychological flaws, whether they were too risky, whether they're too risk adverse. I fell into the category of more risk adverse. So if I took a sequence of 3-4 losses, it affected me different to someone who was more risky. If I took 3-4 losses, I might be hesitant to execute the trade. I'd watch trades play out without me that were perfect setups. I would be waiting, talking myself out of positions, managing my risk too soon, taking profit too soon because I wanted to bank that profit, as opposed to someone else in the community trading the same information who was more risky, who would be taking lower probability setups, trades that provided an entry but were not good. You shouldn't be taking those trades in the circumstance he was in with the sequence of losses. So there's so much more to becoming a successful trader than just understanding theory and strategy. Like I said, you have to become the edge outside of trading, and that's the reason there's so much of discrepancy in results in communities, because there's those that have worked on themselves, do understand their strengths and weaknesses, and others that don't, that are solely relying on strategy. One of the best ways I dealt with losing is accepting that in trading you have very, very little startup costs. I mean, you have a laptop, you have some internet, but in terms of startup costs, it's very accessible to most people. So if I take 10, let's say for easy numbers, I take 10 trades a month, and let's say I won 5 of them and lost 5 of them, I'm capping my risk at 1% per trade. So straight away, negative 5% is out. Let's just say that. So that's my expenses for the month. And then my winning trades are my revenue, and then the difference between the winning and the losing is my profit. You have to see losses as an expense, not that you did something wrong. You only did something wrong if it wasn't part of your trading plan, but if it was part of your trading plan, it's just an expense for that month. And then at the end of the month, you add up your costs of doing business, so your losses, versus your revenue that you took in, which is your winners, and the difference is your profit. So when you see it like that, you realize every business has costs. Every business has costs, and in trading, losing, if it's part of your plan and you determined it a good trade, good trades are costs to your business. Now, people are out there with 100k accounts, 300k accounts, 400k accounts. In the community I was in, there was someone that was trading, I think, around 400,000 of personal capital, because he sold a business. It was before prop firms were about, and he was making 2-3% a month. And you know, if you're making 2-3% a month on 400k, you're making like £12,000 a month just off trading. So that was my source of motivation, knowing that there are people out there that are doing it. It's not easy. You have to be at peak performance. You have to eliminate the bad habits. But there are people doing it. So if you're not successful, you're not where you want to be. That's the same with me. I'm not talking to you as a guru or anything like that. I'm talking to you as a friend. I'm talking to you as a person that's in the same position. I literally recently changed. I didn't go out. I've not been going out having drinks. I've not been going out spending unnecessary money. I've been locked into the gym and locked into focusing to get this funded account, which I've been documenting. I've been locked into the YouTube to help you guys and build this community. And since I've done that, it's helped me improve my mentality, which is now, you know, I'm improving my trading slowly but surely. But you have to, my mindset is there's people out there doing it. So if I'm taking losses, I just have to learn from my mistakes, identify whether it was a mistake, and keep pushing forward. And there'll be people that tell you can't do it. There'll be people that sit there and say that it's impossible to trade or it's gambling. They don't know what they're talking about, and I guarantee they're not successful traders, so why would you listen to their advice? The one thing you have to remember is there are people out there making good money. There are people with prop firm capital or their own personal capital or investor capital that are making good returns. So it is possible. And now you know it's possible. You just need to sort of bridge the gap between getting yourself there from where you are to there. And that's what I'm doing at the minute. And I enjoy documenting this process. There's so much rubbish out there on social media, so many fake traders, fake lifestyle. I'm documenting my wins, my losses on this channel. I'm showing a real honest picture. Every week I'm uploading a vlog, whether I lost 3-4% or whether I made 3-4%. You know, so it's important to me to be honest and true, and that's what we need more of in this industry. So come on guys, keep pushing. You can get there. Keep learning, keep watching, and limit the negative environment. Watch people that you want to be like and that are on the same path as you, and keep pushing to get there, because I know you can. I'm working towards it, you're working towards it, we can get there together. So yeah, appreciate the support on the videos, guys. If you did like this content, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. We're approaching 3.5k subs, which is crazy, so make sure you like. It would help boost these videos out to more people, which would then show to more people the real side of what trading's like, and we need more of that. So yeah, I'd appreciate the support, guys, and let's see you in the next video.